Zack Snyder has been posting tons of pictures of his own universe, Superman, Batman, pictures that we've never seen before, Wonder Woman, even some clips behind the scenes from shooting BVS with Wonder Woman and Batman talking. It's awesome. I mean, yeah. I mean, Bruce Wayne. Never mind. So now it's Easter in America. Again, happy Easter, guys. And Zack continues to post some interesting stuff in contrast of what James Gunn is doing. And nobody cares about what he's doing, but everybody are super invested in what Zack is doing because there's just huge indication that maybe, just maybe, he's gonna be back as a new head of DC.
You mean you are not interested in the photo of Superman putting his boot on and
No.
Supergirl being drunk with sunglasses and headphones?
No, yeah, no. Okay, so Tsunami, you are free to read this.
While you're mentioning that, because I didn't say it earlier, did you guys notice in the newest Supergirl trailer, the picture of the dog peeing on Superman was not there anymore?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Anyways.
But hey, Superman is there on the screen. Roadkill for $1.99. Topping GDR. Cough.
Thank you, Roadkill. Thank you so. Love you.
Fuck yeah, bro. You got it.
You got it.
Zack Snyder is continuing to fuel conversation around his DC films with a string of new posts that all seem to point back to his portrayal of Superman. 2 days ago, Snyder posted The Trinity. 1 day later, he followed with Where Sorrow Met Hope and Love Paid the Ultimate Price. Now on Easter Sunday, Snyder has shared another image of Superman with the simple message, Happy Easter. Taken together, the posts are hard to miss as a reference to Snyder's long-running use of religious imagery tied to Superman, especially the Christ symbolism that ran through Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League. Zack Snyder posts Superman on Easter. Snyder's Easter Sunday post features Superman floating above the earth with his arms extended, paired with the caption, Happy Easter. On its own, the image is striking, but coming right after his previous post, it adds another clear callback to how Snyder framed Superman as a savior figure throughout his DC movies. The earlier post sets it up. Just a day earlier, Snyder shared the caption, Where Sorrow Met Hope and Love Paid the Ultimate Price, alongside imagery that strongly evoked death, sacrifice, and mourning. Before that, he posted The Trinity, bringing Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman back into the spotlight once again. Progression makes the Easter post stand out even more. It does not feel random. It feels like Snyder is deliberately continuing the themes of sacrifice, death, and resurrection that were central to his version of Superman. Snyder's Superman has always leaned into Christ symbolism. Snyder's take on Superman has long been tied to religious imagery, from Man of Steel to Batman v Superman, and then Justice League. His films repeatedly framed Kal-El as more than just a superhero. The death of Superman, the mourning that followed, and the eventual return of the character all played into that approach. With these latest Easter posts, Snyder appears to be leaning back into those themes in a way that fans immediately picked up on. A rebirth. End article.
Awesome. I mean, this is pretty cool of Zack as usual. So yeah, what do you think, Tsunami, first?
What I think overall, I think I love the fact that Zack Snyder is a petty asshole and James Gunn is a petty asshole, and they're having their fight right in front of us. And right now, Zack Snyder's winning in a big way. And it's pretty fucking funny to watch these two rich assholes have a fight through social media and doing this like backwards bullshit.
Exactly. And let's not forget also what he did on Veterans Day with again Superman photo. All the important actually holidays. He's really.
That's why I'm saying he's winning.
Yeah.
Like no matter what James Gunn does now, Zack Snyder already has a one-up on him. He can make every holiday about Justice League and how, hey, my characters don't have bisexual orgies as part of their next thing. Like whatever the fuck what happened in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And like so anything he does is gonna look good right now. Which I think it's super petty but fun.
Even on let's say 4th of July, James Gunn decides to post a photo of his Superman. Nobody would care. He doesn't look like true justice and the American way, or as they say now in the comic book for Spider-Man and Superman, true justice and great responsibility, actually. But then and I'm sure that Zack will do it on 4th of July, he will post a photo of Superman, for example, and we all know, that's the superhero that we want to see. That's why I don't know how anybody thinks that, oh wait, we'll course correct, for example, Supergirl by putting some scenes of our Superman. Who cares about your Superman? That's a whiny little, you know what.
Did you notice how small the shoulders of Superman looked in that Supergirl clip from the trailer?
Yeah.
I mean, not Zack, but James Gunn always uses these angles, how he positions the camera where the head looks huge but the shoulders look small. And, David Cornsway does have shoulders,
Yeah.
but we never saw how he really looks like
No,
because they never
because of the
showed his physique.
and stupid suit. Yes.
Yeah, they never showed his
Exactly.
physique.
So indeed, yeah, Zack is winning, and look at all types of AI that people are doing now. It's always with Henry. It's always with Henry Superman.
Yeah, nobody uses David
Nobody's using,
Cornsway Superman,
except if they don't make them two fight so that he can kick his ass.
but I never actually seen that.
I think I saw one.
No. Oh, that's gonna be funny.
Mm.
I just want to ask, where is Superman's hair in this shot? He doesn't have hair.
Well,
For some reason,
son.
that's just the head. Okay, but other than that, this is so beautiful.
That's a great art, yes, indeed.
That is so. Hey, I wish Gal Gadot looked like that with these muscles.
Yeah, well. You see, actually, superheroics in action. That's what we want to see from those characters. We don't want to see them messy, and oh, I'm getting comfortable with my trauma or whatever, drinking or things like that. We don't want to see that. We want to see the superheroics.
Again, it's a complex topic. What Zack had to do because of studio pressure and whatever to make BVS right away after Man of Steel. That's another topic. But at least his superheroes felt like superheroes, and they were all amazing. Like Wonder Woman was Wonder Woman, and she was brave, courageous, smart on her own. She didn't have to push Batman or Superman down to shine. She was a hero by her own right. Batman was very basically grumpy and whatever because he was the older Batman that lived through a lot, but he was Batman through and through.
Yeah.
Superman was put in this situation very early on in his life as Superman, and he did whatever he could, but they were all those superheroes in this time and periods of their lives.
I would say, and people probably give me shit about that, but I don't care. I would say that this older, because he wasn't that old. I think he was. How old was
older
Ben?
Batman, you mean?
The older Batman. He was
in his 40s.
in his 40s. Okay, great. Still works. It's not 60s or 70s like in the Dark Knight. That's cool. I would say that this a bit older Batman was still more Batman than the one in the Dark Knight Returns, the comic book. Sorry. No. Because that's a deconstruction story right there, talking about deconstruction. But so this was more Batman actually. Yes, that's another different art. Interesting.
Now that is taking Jesus off the cross. So Zack Snyder basically is posting that his Superman is based on Jesus' inspiration and not on Moses, which is pretty interesting because the idea of Superman is that he is based on Moses, not on Jesus.
Well, but that's because the creators of the Superman were...
They're Jews.
Yeah.
So they don't really, they're not really a fan of Jesus.
But if that's what the inspiration has, the inspiration for Zack.
Yeah, that is what.
And that's the great thing, that the superhero can give you that inspiration.
I mean, in this case, it carries more weight when it's Jesus rather than Moses. He can have the elements of the two. He's not Jesus in general, but he can be an inspiring figure of hope in that kind of a way, because he's the only tangible thing that in this world of DC you can see, feel, and experience right here and now.
Yeah.
So that kind of a way, he can at least represent some of the morals of Jesus, so to speak, and what he is to the world, because he is hope embodied.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Finishing thoughts, Tsunami.
Nothing. I'm eager to see what happens. I mean, we talk about this, like weekly or bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's this fight going to end at? I appreciate what's going on in the background. I want to see action moving forwards. I understand that this is like in the background, like there's slowly trying to shift the narrative and get the audience behind certain things and whatnot. I'm waiting for the big announcement though, like, yo, something huge just happened, like this guy's fired or whatever. And based on everything that I've heard though, it's all about, what is it, Man of Tomorrow or whatever. That's the film that's going to decide James Gunn's fate. Like, that's the one. So they're going to hang on to him for a little while at least.
The final
So we'll
nail
be
in the
talking about this
coffin.
for a
Yeah.
long time. But if that doesn't produce, he's screwed. And the reason why I mentioned the crypto not paying on Superman image in the Supergirl trailer being removed already says a lot more than any of these articles could for me. It's literally like, hey, you need to get rid of this shit. Like that's what I feel like is going on in the background. Like, get rid of this. This is doing really bad things for us. So I feel like things are going on in the background right now that none of us can see, and they're obviously hiding pretty well. But the end of days, or the focal point, is going to be Man of Tomorrow. Supergirl is going to put a huge black eye on this whole thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And it's very also really dependent. If Marvel manages to knock it out of the park with this Doomsday thing in December, and they put DC even further back, this is going to be a done deal. And like, honestly, like, I'm kind of curious, like, what's the future of DC after that? You got beat up. You tried to make an effort to go ahead and move forwards. You screwed all that up. Your company's fucking poo-poo. You're losing money left and right. Now you've got the president getting involved in your whatever the hell's going on with your company. You're still making this garbage, and another bomb, another bomb, another bomb. Like, I don't know. Like, what's going on with comic books in the future? Because the sales are gone. These characters are dying.
Yeah.
No one cares about them anymore. This is actually really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Actually.
mean,
Actually, yeah.
yeah. Actually, yes. I mean the only last the last modern comic book that I read was this week. I read the Superman Spider-Man crossover that they made. It was actually good. You know why? Because they did just a normal adventure with the two characters being who they need to be. No woke stuff inside. No political commentary or whatever. They're just the two of them doing things, fighting Brainiac and Doc Ock.
That's pretty refreshing to hear.
You know, at least that. Well,
Yeah, that is pretty refreshing to hear. And by the way, that's the best Batman picture ever.
that's the best Batman picture.
It's
ever.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, we do have to move on to the next topic, guys. So
Ooh.
we're moving on to freaking test screenings again, once again, of Masters of the Universe, He-Man. So the previous test screenings were pretty good. Some people did say that the movie is kind of goofy, but this seemed that coincides with He-Man as a whole.
Yeah.
And you know, Logan here
More
watched
with him.
everything that has to do with He-Man.
No.
I watched enough, of course, to know. We watched actually the movie with Dolph
The
Lundgren
old movie.
just like 2 months ago by this point, just to be prepared for this additionally prepared, and that's not a good movie
No.
by any metric.
Sorry.
It's not even He-Man.
no.
He's not doing.
Stop
he's not
killing
do-
my childhood.
Sorry. He's not really
So now it's
doing
just
anything.
objectivity. You know?
Yeah, they didn't have the budget. It's not exactly their fault. It's a complicated situation. Anyway, so right now we have perfectly good chances for actually getting He-Man and presented on screen the way that he should be in live action with all of his powers, and actually get the idea that he's powerful, because that's not what came across
The
in
most
previous movie.
powerful man on the universe.
In the universe.
Yeah,
No, on the
in
universe.
the universe. Yeah. He stepped on it. He
Yeah.
should, you know, if he's really the most powerful.
Okay, so now we have this article. Let's see actually what it says. Tsunami.
Sorry, I was on mute. From Cosmic Book News, Masters of the Universe test screening reactions more mixed, similar to Thor Ragnarok. A new Masters of the Universe test screening has reportedly happened, and the latest reactions sound a bit more mixed. According to Scooper Daniel RPK, the response is still mostly positive, but not as strong across the board as before. Daniel RPK says the movie is described as colorful, funny, and silly. Oh no. He also said it has drawn comparisons to Thor Ragnarok for better or worse. Previous test screening details. A previous test screening report said Masters of the Universe leans heavily into comedy, with the tone described as lighter and more joke-driven than some fans may have expected. The same report also said the movie still delivers on action with strong sword fights, faithful toy-inspired designs, and plenty of heart. The earlier screening buzz also claimed Jared Leto's Skeletor stood out. Prince Adam's Earth setting was played with comedic elements, and the film included Easter eggs and references aimed at longtime fans. Despite concerns about the humor, the reported audience reaction was mostly positive. The Thor Ragnarok comparisons. With comparisons to Marvel's Thor Ragnarok, that could mean Masters of the Universe mixes big fantasy action with a lighter, more comedic tone instead of playing everything completely straight. It also suggests that the movie may lean into colorful world building, fast banter, and a self aware style while still keeping He Man, Skeletor, and the larger cosmic stakes front and center. Let's just hope it doesn't lean too goofy into Thor, Love and Thunder, or even Guardians of the Galaxy. Release info: Masters of the Universe, directed by Travis Knight, from a script by Chris Butler. Nicholas Galitzine stars as Prince Adam He-Man, with Jared Leto as Skeletor and Camila Mendes as Tila. The cast also includes Idris Elba, Morena Baccarin, Kristen Wiig, and more. The movie is scheduled for release in theaters on June 5th, 2026.
Okay.
Nice.
So, my hope is that the humor is going to be interjected accordingly to the scene,
Yes.
and it's going to make sense in that context. This is the only way that we can get away with humor if it's smart and if it makes sense for the scene.
And it's going to be on the right place and not stopping when you have a serious and actually heroic or epic scene, and not to be cut out by the dumb humor, just like in Thor Ragnarok. I mean, at least it's not compared to Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
That's kind of okay.
And
I mean, it can work because let's not forget what this is based off. This is based off most. I know that again, people will say, there was a mini comic book there that was released with the toys. Yeah, the cartoon is the one that made the whole Bible of the lore and the other things. So it's based off the cartoon, and sadly, it's not the cartoon from 2003. Which is the best. Anyway, it's the one from the 80s, which is still great, of course, by its own merits. But it's based off that, so we should expect some humor and, campiness. I just hope it's really not too much. Skeletor should be he was a campy villain in the cartoon, so okay. But he still was menacing. He was very close to do things that
are pretty disturbing.
Disturb how he turned, yeah. I like the voice that I heard from the two lines that he said. I'm okay with that. Doesn't need to be ma.
Yeah, they made it trembling.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
I just want to know. Okay, the scenes on Earth are with comedic elements. How long we stay on Earth? Just that's why. If it's up to 15 minutes, I'm okay, and then we are on Eternia.
Yeah,
nice.
That's also another concern. We don't want freaking Earth.
No. I mean, for 15 minutes or something like that, and then they discover him, and then he goes back. Good. At least he remembers who he is. Would have been stupid if he doesn't remember. So okay, I'm still more excited for this than to freaking Supergirl.
Yeah, and I also agree with Rio GDR here, who says Goofy can be good. A straight point for franchises. Look at Harry Potter. It started out as lighthearted with a dark backstory, and as the film progressed, it became more sinister. Yes, because the characters were growing up, and it was making sense. And of course, they are going according to the books to some extent. I think close enough extent, and it's normal progression of the story. It makes sense. Also, the people, the kids that were watching the first Harry Potter also grow up as alongside those actors and the story and the movies, literally in the real time. So it makes sense with each and every movie how the story progressed. Basically was like a mirror to what the world of Harry was becoming, and Harry as a character, also the other characters, and the people that are actually watching this, the audience. So it makes sense in this case.
Indeed, yeah. So it could make sense also in here to have the humor to be really into the goofiness, let's say. But the humor still needs to be good. The humor in the cartoon is good. You can actually laugh at that, when things happen there, you say, ha, 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 that's a chuckle there. But again, when you had epic scene in the cartoon, it was an epic scene. It wasn't cut out by the humor. Whenever he's doing the transformation, for example, I have the power, and then he shoots Cringer to become Battle Cat. This was never cut by, for example, T was saying something. What do you mean you have the power in the background? What does this mean? Now that would be stupid, right? That would
Yeah.
be something that, much like in Thor Ragnarok, the scene that I remember most because I just wanted to shoot at the screen that time when he was Thor was delivering a really great heroic speech to, I think it was to Valkyrie or something like that. Really, what it means to be a hero. It was a great speech. 5 seconds later, he throw a ball to break a window. The ball bounced off and hit him, and I say, well,
What are we doing?
"You just messed everything up now.
What are we doing?
You just made him an idiot now."
Yeah.
It doesn't fit to Thor. The humor, this humor that is for Thor Ragnarok could fit He-Man, but not Thor. So maybe things are still going to be okay.
Last point.
Yeah.
And then tonight I'm gonna give it to you. So there is something very interesting that I don't know how many people notice, but if you watched anything that had some quality to it, that also included comedy and also included serious themes, you would know that basically when TV shows or movies use, I call it the real life comedic thing. I don't know, it's hard to be, pinpoint that, but basically when you have serious moments in real life and then you have something funny, usually it's very organic because it's real life, and if the stories are written in this kind of a way, then you have something real on screen, and it doesn't matter that it also includes comedy and also includes real things. That's what some of the Hollywood elites or whoever makes these movies don't understand. In real life, you have situations where some moment something can happen that's bad, and the next thing that happens just follows the previous thing naturally, organically, and something funny happens. And now you have this interesting moment in real life. So if you write this way, very organic and awesome things can happen, and the humor will land, because it's a part of whatever context is going on screen. But what the Marvel movies did, especially the Thor movies,
Yeah.
it's a travesty. It devalues the character, it devalues the story, the setting, just like this example that Logan just gave about the scene. This is not how you do it.
Yeah.
This is not okay. You have to focus in particular ways to give weight and substance to a certain serious scene, and then you can go and do something comedic when it's suitable and organic according to the first serious scene. But if it's not, you don't do it. It's not organic to make this funny thing with the ball happening after that,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's forced. It's the
Wanna-
opposite of organic.
You want a good example of goofy humor and still epic scenes and everything is true to the characters? 2 words, One Piece.
Yeah,
The live
amazing.
action.
Amazing.
They did it there.
Amazing.
They did it there. That's it. That's when the humor works. That's when the characters are who they have to be. They undercut a little bit in the last battle, though, but still, that's a gripe of mine.
Probably a budget.
But still, budget things.
Probably
Yes.
a budget thing.
They did it there. Also, the Sonic movies. Sonic movies did also the same way.
You have the seriousness when
Yeah.
it should be. We have the comedy when there should be a comedy.
Indeed.
That's how you do it. And of course, when we're talking about TV shows, you have Xena Warrior Princess. That's again a perfect example for
Yeah.
absolutely perfect comedy. It's hilarious, but also you have the serious moments, and they really take their time and show those serious moments. They flesh them out, and they have weight all by themselves. And when the comedy comes, it's earned. It's earned. That's the key thing. So I hope that this movie is this way, and this is the only thing that we can say. We can only hope, and we're gonna go review it as soon as possible. We're gonna give our review on the Superhero channel, and you're going to know firsthand what we think as fans of He-Man and understanding his world, his lore, and the substance and the meaning of these characters. Tonight, you're free to talk now. Sorry.
No, you guys pretty much hit on everything. It's more to be seen from this movie, I think. I don't like the direction and the tone that people are talking about. It feels too comedic. The fact that in the trailer they wanted to do that he/him reference, I'm not going to let that go. So I'm hoping that this isn't just a giant joke fest where everything has to be, some kind of comedic moment, and they learn how to pace that correctly. Where it's like, hey, we can have, a lighthearted moment here and there, but people need to get invested in these characters. And if everything's a fucking joke, they're just gonna treat this as like, oh, whatever. I'll put this on for my kids while I go and I don't know, cook or something, do something in the background because I don't care about what the fuck I'm looking at.
No, if it's what you describe, I wouldn't even put it to my kid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if that happens.
I watched the 2003 He-Man with him. He likes that. He knows. I also show him in episodes of the classic one. He also says, "No, that's good." Yeah, have never shown him some of the other work him and that.
Yeah, and that him thing is still
I still hope it's a joke.
yeah, we hope that it's just because his name and not the modern things.
Yeah.
Because may as well be both or just one. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, guys. Wow, I can't believe we're going for so long. Last thing, very last thing. Finally, the Mass Effect, the Mass
Ooh.
Effect news. So, Mass Effect TV show reportedly ordered to rewrite scripts for non-gamers. So once again, we have a tone deaf take. Well, we'll see how much tone deaf we're gonna read this, but the point is that we, as fans in general of gaming on or anything that should be represented on screen correctly and how it should be, I mean, we are super scared about this because this is another Halo situation, if true. Halo. Remember what happened
Halo,
to
yeah.
Halo?
Master Cheeks, yes.
Master Cheeks. That's what happened. Master Cheeks. Totally not Halo. Totally not Master Chief. And I'm not even fan of Halo. Not even a little bit. But the principle is what matters here.
Heresy.
What,
Hell.
Tsunami?
Heresy.
Sorry, I'm just not a fan of these games. But the point is that I will defend anything because of what this means. Because we have to keep the integrity of whatever we're talking about, or whatever we have as entertainment, whatever that means something to anyone. The principle is the same. If the woke stuff touch one thing, they're gonna touch the next thing, and we have to protect everything, no matter if you're a fan of it or not, because this is a matter of principle. We're fighting here, from this angle. We're not fighting just for things that we love or don't love. At the beginning, that was how it is. That's how it was. You see something, you hear, about the woke virus reaching, let's say, again, Halo, and you're like, okay, but I'm not a fan of Halo. Well, my guy, if you do not say anything now, your franchise or whatever you're a fan of, that's next.
I also haven't played much of Halo, but Halo, when the TV show was on, my first question was, okay, is it like the games though? Even though I don't know the story of the game, I want to know, is it like the games? And people say no, and I say, then I'm not interested.
I did watch it in the beginning.
Yeah, I remember. I said I'm not interested. I want the story to be presented like in the games, and this to be the thing that will get me. Oh, maybe now I will try the games. If I find time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not make it? Why should it be for non-gamers? Make it for both. Like it was before, you make it for both, for gamers and non-gamers. You can do it, much like, again, One Piece, made for the anime fans or the manga fans and the non-ones, and everybody has the cake, and
Yeah, I mean, you have a
why
lot
should it be?
more idea of the anime, and I don't. And
Yeah.
I adore One Piece.
Me too. It's great. Yeah, there were moments like that are not like that, but I don't care about that. It's presented in the way that it should be, and everybody could get into it. That's your gateway to One Piece, the live action version. You're still part of the legend of the universe.
Yeah, and it's amazing.
And it should be done the same way. Okay, Mass Effect, just make it for both people who are the gamers and the non-gamers. Make them interested.
Yeah, and the other point is, before I read this article, is that a lot of the game worlds that we have that could be adapted into anything already have a very rich lore. The source material is there, just like when we're talking about comic books or anything else. Yeah. They have everything that they need to turn this into live action in a very genuine way, because everything is there and people already like it, and they experience it as a story in the games when they were playing the games. And these cutscenes and how the game is made, like Mass Effect, I watched Hailzo play it. It's made so it can tell a good story that can easily be translated on the screen and take like the best parts.
If they make it for non-gamers and it will have nothing to do with the game, why should I watch that show and not just watch the cutscenes from the games? I'll have more fun with that.
Yeah, and why not just watch anything else that's in the stars, like Andromeda, Stargate, whatever? Like, what makes Mass Effect different?
Exactly.
Right?
How are you going to show it to the people? Yeah.
So, okay, we're ready. Tsunami, you're free to read.
Mass Effect TV show reportedly ordered to rewrite scripts for non-gamers. Amazon's Mass Effect TV show has reportedly hit another hurdle as new claims say the scripts are being reworked to make the series more accessible to viewers who haven't played the games. According to the Ankler, Amazon wants the adaptation rewritten so it feels more appealing to non-gamers. Oh my god. The report says Peter Friedlander, Amazon's new head of global TV, is reviewing scripts for projects in development before giving final approval. Mass Effect series still waiting on full green light. The update suggests the Mass Effect series remains close to moving forwards, but it still hasn't locked in a full series order. IGN noted the show is said to be on the verge of getting picked up, which leaves the project in a holding pattern for now. The reported rewrite order also means Amazon may still be figuring out how it wants to position Mass Effect for a wider audience. What the rewrite could mean. It's not clear what parts of the scripts Amazon believes may not connect with first-time viewers. The concern appears to be making Mass Effect easier to follow for people who don't know the games, characters, or lore. That could mean changes to the structure, the pacing, or how the series introduces its setting and story. It could also raise concerns for fans if Amazon pushes too far away from what made Mass Effect popular in the first place. It could also mean adding in stories and characters for a modern-day audience, which would be a huge red flag. BioWare already confirmed the show tells a new story. BioWare previously confirmed the Mass Effect TV series will not retell Commander Shepard's story. Instead, the show is supposed to tell a new story set after the original trilogy and fit within the canon of the franchise.
Why? Okay, why? Okay, continue.
That makes the reported rewrite worth watching, because the balance between serving longtime fans and bringing in new viewers could shape the entire direction of the series. Amazon keeps moving carefully with Mass Effect. Amazon first landed the Mass Effect adaptation in 2021, but progress has moved slowly. Doug Jung was recently brought on as showrunner, and BioWare said the writer's room is active. Now it sounds like Amazon wants another pass on the scripts before making the final call and article.
All right, why?
Why? I just
Again, the same mistakes again and again and again
Yeah.
with these people. Like, why would you not cover the
story.
The story.
The actual story. Why wouldn't
Why?
you give us the story that is in the game? Why should it be again? Well, this is what happens after
Who
cares about
cares?
that?
Oh my
Who cares?
god.
It's like if you decide to make a One Piece show and say, okay guys, but our show is
After the
He-
One Piece is
he
found.
found One Piece, he became the king of pirates, and now we start our show
About his left shoe.
about his crown
nobody-
or a straw hat and
Yeah.
things like that. Jesus Christ.
What?
Rio GDR is
Really-
doing it again.
Rio GDR.
Oh boy.
Rio GDR.
For another red banger. Send me a red banger.
Oh my gosh, Rio
Alright.
GDR. This is amazing. Tsunabi, do you see this?
Hey, Tsunabi, are you alive? Yeah. Or you're also.
Yeah,
Just like
you
us.
guys are reacting, so I'm just being quiet.
Oh. Yeah, well, let's leave it then. Tsunabi, go.
Let's fucking go!
Go.
Real
That's it.
GDR is a man who's fucking lost his goddamn mind tonight. He is absolutely insane. He made the Empress fucking jump in a toll booth and change into her fucking superhero outfit, showing boobalicious, lines, and all kinds of other crazy ass shit tonight. GDR in the house says non-gamers didn't make the Mass Effect IP popular. To do so will be a disservice to the story and the fans. Can't change things to make it appealing to everyone, or it loses its identity. If they want to include everyone, make something new. Don't ruin the canon.
Thank
This
you.
man, holy shit, he's
Absolutely.
Confucius now too. He's dropping
He's
fucking great
Confucius too,
wisdom.
exactly.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Ah,
Confucius says
Thank
real
you.
GDR is better than me.
yeah.
That's what Confucius said.
I
So-
wish I had a Nico Robin outfit. Thank you so much, Rio GDR. Wonder Woman salute. Most muscular. V-Taper. V-Taper.
Line salute.
Yes. V-Taper salute. Knighting.
Oh yeah,
Sir-
I
Oh my god.
Swords falling down,
Sorry.
everything's falling down. Oh, was there a doggy there?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I didn't hit him, he just got scared. So, knighting Sir Rio GDR. In the name of the Emperor of mankind and the Empress who is me, I knight you, Lord Custody of the Imperium. And
He also bought a membership for himself to be a Primarch. While
amazing.
you were not here, so yeah.
Amazing. Then I'm going to turn this to make this sword turn now.
Okay.
This,
You're
get that.
turning the
We
sword.
have to turn the sword. Okay, I mean by turning I mean this. Okay, so not to hit
take a
anything. Okay.
She's playing with her sword, bro. Cookie, get it, Empress.
Woo!
Oh my God! Look at the handling. Amazing.
Thank you. Well, this handle is flat, which it's not good for turning, but I do what I can. So these are, training swords. So
I
Thank
saw
you
in
so
the video once that a twisting maneuver worked. Anyway, I'll just be quiet.
for real, GDR,
And Adi salute, here he is. Yes.
a beautiful Pomeranian that we just scared with the swords. I'm sorry, Adi. Jesus.
He's okay. This-
Yeah, I gotta take my other swords sometimes, but
the Dino one.
the Dina is too big. Yeah, it's too big. And I'm like, is this big?
That's what she said.
Never knew that Dina had a sword that is this big.
Actually, it isn't, but the replica is bigger for some reason.
All girls have a sword.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Rio GDR, thank you so much. Yeah, next time Nico Robin. I mean, next time
And when
at the end of the
clothes
month.
come,
Yeah.
Okay. He also said which character he wants, so.
Also,
yeah,
we're all
yeah.
good. We can draw him a
Yeah.
picture, and I can be awesome. Thank you, so thank you. But well, all the puppies are okay.
Yes.
So
Amazing.
Amazing.
Indeed. Yeah.
okay,
Empress.
yes,
Empress.
yes.
For his outstanding support, he did make mention of something. Just so you know,
Mm-hmm.
he is a Freerin enjoyer.
What? I didn't hear.
He's a what?
That's very quiet.
He likes Freerin quite a bit.
The anime. The anime. Yes.
Ah,
The
okay.
Yes.
So maybe you can draw him something from there.
Yeah, I'll do that, but I think that Tsunami wants you to do a cosplay of the anime.
Cosplay?
I'm just getting at.
But I need a character.
It's literally.
I need a character.
It's. If you
No,
even
it's
saw
this
it, you'd
one.
be like, "Oh my god, this is the
The-
easiest
the-
thing in the world."
That's
Real GDR, you want the main character, right? The drawing, I mean, to build the
Oh
main
yeah, no, the
character.
other one's teenager. Yeah. I would assume he's a Freerin aficionado.
The one with the white hair with the elf eyes.
Yep. Yes. Yep. That's Freerin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would be manageable.
I'm just mentioning it. If I'm off, GDR, tell me. But like, bro, if you're like a so I'm a 2B simp, so I'm not fucking throwing shade. If you're a Freerin simp, which she's badass, I want horny. Are you okay, bro? Are you drinking as much as me? I love real GDR tonight. He's hilarious.
okay. I gotta see if they have some costumes of that character that I can buy.
So it's so easy to do. It's the easiest thing in the world. Honestly,
I'm willing to try. Yeah.
I mean, it seems
it
possible.
would be so easy to do. It would be a wig and some ears and a white shirt with like a little bit of blue on it. Like it would be so easy to do.
Because we're looking at something else here.
Yeah, we're looking how she's in the anime.
Yeah.
She doesn't not wear anything complex ever.
Mm.
Doesn't seem like it, yeah.
Yeah, it would be like
here
super
there's
easy to
something.
do.
Mm.
Dude, real GDR is making me laugh so hard.
Oh my
I
goodness.
want horny.
Gotta check the anime.
Yeah, we gotta see which look
Oh,
we can do.
guys, it's good. Watch it
Yeah.
when you get a chance.
Yeah, if it's what you
Freerin,
described,
yeah.
that it's kind of like World of the Rings thingy, companions
Yeah.
going on adventures. There is a guy who looks like
I-
Lolo. Okay.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, I will have this in mind. 100%. You're gonna check some variants later.
Look up the Rule 34 free. Okay.
No,
We're not
no.
touching that. Okay.
yeah, we're not.
But you get the drawing, yes.
Yes. Okay, to finish up with Mass Effect, so we have to go.
I don't know how you're going to cut all those things.
I will. So we have to go, guys. But before that, let's finish with the Mass Effect thing. So I had a thought. I lost it.
That they are doing the same mistake.
Yeah, the same mistake all over again because they're thinking about this all wrong. When you are in the Mass Effect games, you're just dropped in the world. There's no 500 hours of exposition. You're dropped into the world, you're told what to do and how things are, and you just start playing the game. That is how it should be in the show. As much as you got to experience and understand in the first minutes of Mass Effect, when a show is written well, you can do kind of the same thing to be introduced to the world in a show. You don't need to complicate anything.
No.
There's many ways to do this correctly, but that's not the way. What they're saying here is not the way.
This pretty much sounds like what Netflix is doing with the Assassin's Creed show. Like, oh, this is not based off the games, but it's our original story that happened somewhere there.
Nobody cares.
With characters that you don't care about.
Again, we see this absolutely for everything. They're doing the opposite of what people want. Now, I'm an Assassin's Creed fan a lot more than Mass Effect. It's just how it is. I just started, one of my first experiences with AAA game was the first Assassin's Creed game. And then I played all the other games, besides the new one, which I didn't finish because it's poo-poo. But the point is, I want to see, as a OG fan of Assassin's Creed, I want to see the story of Ezio di Torre and Altair, the first one, and then Ezio, all of that. How the guy that is supposed to be both, his story, like all of that. That's what it is. That's what Assassin's Creed is. That's what it makes it Assassin's Creed. That's what makes it compelling, interesting. That's the core of Assassin's Creed. And the same goes with Mass Effect, Commander Shepard, his story. This is what they had to adapt. There's nothing else. No brainer.
Best they can do is probably they'll make Shepard non-binary because you can choose his gender in the games. And they'll say, okay, so he can be both.
No, F that. F it to the moon. So, this is tone deaf and retarded. There's nothing, like, no other way to go about it. You cannot sugarcoat this. No. Nothing. They can.
I already lost interest.
Yes.
Yeah.
The general audience that never played the games, like I played some, but I didn't play all. I'm not like Disgusting, who is a huge fan. But he's already, by the way, exploring about this as well.
Probably.
I talked to him, yesterday. Okay. So he is throwing up, like what he said exactly to me. He's like throwing up about this. So from his perspective as well, I'm sure that he's going to also make a video about this. This is a travesty. But because again, it is a travesty by all accounts. And oh my gosh. Okay, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Absolutely.
And if they adapted the games, oh yeah, that's my last thought. If they adapted the games and Commander Shepard's story as they should, you will get the fans of the games and the general audience both. Because this is where the meat is for both. The story has weight and quality for both. Why would you do something else?
I have no idea why they think that only gamers will like. They like the game because of some reason and things like that, and non-gamers won't.
But those types of gamers that play games like Mass Effect, they like the story.
Yeah, and I know non-gamers who actually just watch cutscenes of games because they also like the story.
Yeah.
They just don't like playing the games in general. They either have no time, but they watch the things. So
just like Grace Randall, who doesn't play games, she watches horse.
And she doesn't understand even that.
Yeah. Okay. Last, thoughts for Tsunami. Thoughts.
This has a lot less to do with Mass Effect than it does have to do with Amazon Studios in particular. So Jennifer Salke was the horrific person that they brought on for Rings of Power, for the God damn it, the other one, the like knockoff fucking like one.
Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time. Thank you. I apologize. So Jennifer Salke was overseeing this in the like hot age of wokeism going bananas everywhere, and then certainly in Amazon. And I think they thought that they had a real winner there. They brought in all kinds of people, all kinds of crazy money they're spending on these things. It seems like this is optimism. I'm white pilling, throwing it out there, so I'm sure we're going to get the hate. But it seems like there is a very strong push right now for people at Amazon to be like, yo, we need to ditch this model. We have these IPs. We could start moving forwards. However, there's a push pull effect going on. I'll bring up like things like Laura Croft and that Phoebe Waller-Bridge woman is still like they have to purge the rest of this nonsense away from there. And it's very possible for them to do so. Anyone that watches Amazon, it's really easy to throw shade. But then you get a show like Reacher. Reacher's pretty based. Terminalist, pretty based. And they have these other IPs that they've been working with in the background. Elric of Melnibone, Conan, they were trying to get rights to that. They're working on Mass Effect. They got the Warhammer property. This is a pivotal time to see what Amazon's going to do. And I don't have an answer right now, one way or the other. I just think that the woke ship has died, and those that are going to be willing to like accept that and quickly move away from it are going to be the ones that are going to win in the long run. And I'm very curious to see if Amazon's going to help pioneer this by completely going in the opposite direction. It wouldn't be completely opposite. I get it. It's still going to be Amazon. There's going to still be some wokeisms here and there. But if they could minimize the amount of impact of that and really just focus on the core story to try and build up their Game of Thrones. That's originally why they wanted to have Rings of Power, is they wanted to have a competitor to Game of Thrones. I want to see if they take that original ambition, get rid of this DEI nonsense, and then charge forwards with things like RoboCop, which we were going to talk about, we're not going to anymore, Mass Effect, and everything else. And making this palatable for like normal viewers isn't exactly a bad thing, aka Fallout. Gamers will be mad, but like for the most part, Fallout was pretty, like favorably seen.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to see which direction they're going to go forwards with it. I hope they go all the way.
Yeah.
I hope they all go all the way with, just trying to make something pretty close to the source material, cleaning some stuff up that you obviously would have to, and getting away from this whole like DI nonsense. The
Who
end.
was doing Tsunami the Twisted Metal show? Was
I think
that
that's Apple.
Apple? Okay, I
Yeah,
heard
Apple.
that it's also kind
Apple's
of
got
okay.
like tons of problems.
Hmm.
Apple went right into it. Like as soon as they started doing the Twisted Metal thing, you could see immediately they were like, "Hey, we want to be based, but we have these 56 rules that we have to follow on top of," and it wrecked the show.
Hmm.
Like, just do away with these dumbass rules and go forwards with the lore the way it is. The normal people that are going to get offended, they're going to get offended. A lot of them are going to do it because they know it's going to just make them money. They're going to get rage bait engagement. They're going to be faux offended, and they're going to still make their money. Frankly, if everyone did everything that these lefties wanted them to do, they wouldn't make any more money because no one would want to see it anymore. It would be everywhere. It would be mainstream news. They need really magnetic personalities and really divisive topics like Donald Trump or, oh my God, a medieval setting in Europe that's mostly white people. They need that kind of stuff to drive up engagement for them. So I don't know why they're not jumping into it. With a thing like Mass Effect, sci-fi is dead. Name something good that's sci-fi that's been out in the past 10 years. Certainly from a series perspective, it's you can't do it.
I can't.
Star Trek's dead, Star Wars is dead, everything's dead. It's all dead. This is the moment when this is why I'm talking about the importance of it, at least in my brain. My headcanon, if you will, Chad. This is the moment where Warhammer 40K completely breaks open the mold. This is the moment where you get something big brain like Mass Effect with lots of attractive people, and you throw these things out there again, and this completely reopens your world. Get rid of these fucking weirdos, drive forwards with the story that's already been written, condense it down to make it, palatable. You're gonna have to deal with some budgetary restraints, but wow, what could you do with that? And I got my fingers crossed. I really want to see what happens because I think the ship's trying to turn around right now. It's just moving very slowly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Actually, Brunch Princess, hi and welcome, and thank you for the suggestion because I think you're correct, and dear Clayton can actually confirm this. The only thing that you can point out as a very good series that's sci-fi is The Expanse. Yeah, people testify to
Till
this.
season 3.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean,
It went to a certain point. It was the Expanse was very good, and they had these tropes in the background where it's like, oh my god, I could see what you're doing with the modernisms, but it made sense because it's sci-fi. It went to a point and it was really good, and then they went in the crazy direction.
Yeah, well,
yeah. I mean, dear Clayton, you can let me know in the chat what you think about. I mean, he didn't say anything bad about the series, but yeah, let me know if you want.
because of things like that, Doctor Who will never regenerate ever again.
Okay, so he says that he had no real issues with it. There's also a game coming that's supposed to
No.
reflect the universe very well, and a lot of people are excited about it. So I guess we will see. But overall, I think it's safe to say that The Expanse is the closest thing to normal that we have in the sci-fi sphere. Is that fair to
The
say?
Expanse is a perfect blueprint for
Mhm.
BattleTech. It really
Mhm.
is because they had vying houses. It's really just country against country. But if you wanted to make BattleTech into a series, that's how you would do it. You follow the same formula that Game of Thrones did. You incorporate this kind of stuff. Honestly, I really liked The Expanse in the beginning. I thought it was really fun. It's not my favorite thing that I've ever seen, but I was like, this is really engaging. It's really good. Amazon has the capability to do this. They just keep stepping over their own fucking penis to fucking go ahead and make things happen, and then they trip and fall.
I
And it's
actually
so
imagine that.
annoying.
Oh, that's a long penis.
Yeah, imagine very long one, and they're stepping on it. Yes.
He's also imagining it now.
What? No, I didn't want to say. I had like really colorful commentary, but I'm like, I don't think they want this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I was gonna say like disease-ridden San Francisco. There's a thing called monkeypox. I didn't want to get into it, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll just be quiet now.
No, I just imagine it like in The Boys,
Oh yeah.
or Scary Movie 3.
Oh,
No, 2. I think
two.
it was 2.
Two.
Okay, guys. So, this is something we wait and see kind of a thing, but in the same time, we are always right about those things, unfortunately. And we're probably gonna be right about this one. This is gonna totally bomb, and they started on the wrong foot. So whatever, even if the show is good and not woke by itself, they still didn't adapt it like the games. They still didn't show Commander Shepard and his story. So whatever they do, even if it's good, it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So this fails on all accounts anyway. I mean, on most of them, or on all, we'll see. Okay, guys. So I see you there, Broadkill and Clayton and everybody like making hilarious and interesting comments. Lastly, Rio GDPR says Amazon doesn't care about what they destroyed. They made a lot of money in other ways.
They're making a RoboCop series at Amazon.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
which seems better.
Oh boy. Really?
Yeah, but we don't have time. We're here for 3 hours
For
now.
3 hours.
I just
3
wanted to
hours.
let them know.
Yeah. So take a look at the Robocop story, guys, when you can on your own.
Is he going to be black?
Black.
No.
No.
Okay.
Thank God. Okay. Okay, guys. So now we're going to rate the superhero channel so you can see it, and after that, from the superhero channel, we're gonna rate another guy so we can help him out. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for the great, amazing,
Amazing Real GDR.
really.
Really.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm speechless. Thank you, Rio GDR, for this amazing support, like beyond words. Logan's gonna get on that soon as possible.
Real GDR, hero of the Imperium.
Yes,
Absolutely.
hero of the
Yeah.
Imperium, absolutely, no doubt.
I love Q is getting his shirt off for him.
Awesome. Give it a go. Give it a shot.
Is it still backwards or?
Yeah. Yes, thanks, Brunch Princess. Thank you, Sarvan. Thank you, everybody. Love you guys. See you tonight if everything's okay. It is almost 2 o'clock here. We gotta hurry. Love you so. Love you. Bye bye. Thank you, Tsunami, as well. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
or decay, Empress leads the way. As warriors of the imperium sway into realms where dangers play, where hidden minds hold sway. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Beneath the grand cathedral spires, plots twist like smoldering fires, but with her blade of pure desire, she claims the stars entire. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Through warp storms and battle cries, her banners pierce the darkened skies. With bolter hymns the traitor dies, as loyal warriors arise. Saints and psychers bend the flame, every world speaks her name. The Empress rules without shame, as war she does reclaim. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. The imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might, their purpose burning crystal bright, to lift the throne world from its plight, and guard humanity's light.